Let me check this audio. Let me check this audio. Audio good. All right, let me put on the outro till I get my tabs ready. Funny conversation with Fair Notice. I ain't seen him since.
All right, so now let's get back to Obama. Okay, so you said, I asked you a question that you didn't say. I just asked you, did you agree with something Tariq Nasheed said? Tariq Nasheed said that Obama did nothing for black people. So I asked you very clear, right? Clear question. I just want a clear answer. Do you agree with his statement that Obama did nothing for black people?
Depending on what you call no thing, man. Like he might have did something for gay people, gay black people. I voted for Obama. I don't feel like he did anything to make me vote for him again in 2012.
I don't.
So I did not.
No problem. That's personal. That's personal. But I'm just asking you, and let me rephrase the question. All right, this might be easier for you. Do you believe
I answered it.
No, you didn't really. But do you believe?
I voted for the man. I voted for him. He didn't do anything to earn my vote again. So I would say no. He didn't do nothing.
I'm not even talking about that. Yeah, you sound like Tyree against Andrew Schultz. I'm asking you a straight question. You're going somewhere else, and I'm going to rephrase the question so maybe you understand it better. And I think it'll be better phrased this way. Do you believe black folks benefited from Obama's presidency?
Maybe spiritually, but not intangible. There's no tangibles in it.
Okay, so hold on.
From a spiritual perspective, of course.
Hey, Mitch.
Of course.
Hold on.
Hey, Mitch, who you telling, bro? Look, last night I went to bed at 2:30 and I had to wake up for the gym to play ball. I had to be there. Well, I don't have to be there, but to get there at a good time, like really 8:30. I got there like 9, half an hour late, but had a few hours of sleep. I got there a little sluggish, and they run to play right away. So I'm like a little sluggish, you dig? It took me a little while to warm up anyway. But my man scored a couple bugs on me, was talking the most, man. I was so mad. I'm like, dude, you finally scoring me. And it's because I'm really just tired. You dig? But I ain't even having any to argue with him too much. But yeah, so I'm starting early so I can go to bed so we can get off here about 12 and I get at least 7, 8 hours sleep in and beat them up tomorrow in basketball. Complete bump.
Okay. So you say tangible. So if a person bought a house after Obama became president, and they couldn't do it before then, will you call that a tangible benefit?
No. How can you attribute that to Obama? Like, come on, bro.
No, first answer the question, then I'll tie Obama there. Okay, so let me go back again for you. If a person couldn't buy a house at all, they were being rejected of all type of loans until Obama became president, and that same person all of a sudden was able to buy a house during his presidency. Do you believe that's a tangible?
So I think I reworded it one more time because he's still confused. I meant to say because Obama passed certain laws that benefited that homeowner, and a homeowner now was able to buy a house, but he would have still said no anyway. But that's how I think I reworded it again. So let's see. But that's what I'm really trying to say.
Benefit for that person?
No. Because you gotta show me how that relates to Obama. Obama came in during the Fannie Mae crisis.
Look,
he came in during the crisis.
It's
then bailed out the banks.
I just look before I attempt to convince you. I want to know if you could be convinced. So I gotta give you a hypothetical first. So if you can agree to a hypothetical,
about hypotheticals, hey.
Right?
No, did you miss what I just said? We ain't gotta give out no hypotheticals.
I got you. No, I got you because I want to know. You just said earlier You said when Tariq was debating Andrew Schultz, you said there's certain things that would never convince Andrew Schultz. So what's the point of even mentioning it? So what I'm saying to you,
I said Andrew Schultz already gave his opinion of Tariq Nasheed before he interviewed him. And he already wanted to prove a point. So he already came in with an agenda. You see, that's different. Like Tariq don't do that to people. He don't do that to people. He let them come in and say whatever they say, and then he debunks
I can show you. I can show you debates where he
asking them questions.
No, I can show you debates where he recent debates this year, last month, this month, where he muted people when it was kicking his ass. Matter of fact, like after getting his ass kicked.
You call Andrew Schultz kicking his ass. You called Uncle Luke show kicking his ass.
All right,
dude was just yelling some.
I'm glad you went there with it. Okay, because I had passed that, but let's go back.
Nothing tangible.
Hold up, let's go back.
He ain't talking about Clyburn and what he brought to the table or nothing. Look, he just talking about they won. They won. What did we win?
Hold on. So wait, I just want to argue. I don't want to argue your talking points because you're here to defend and represent Tariq Nasheed. I want to talk about Tariq Nasheed talking.
I don't even consider myself black, bro. I'm a Moorish American. But I support anybody grassroots.
You don't gotta wait. Why do you think you gotta call yourself black?
Anybody grassroots.
Hold on. Why do you think I believe you gotta call yourself black?
I didn't say you did.
But why you just saying
Tariq Nasheed do great work in the community?
Wait, so why you just come out of nowhere and say I don't call myself black? Why you think that was important to me? Okay, cool. So it had nothing to do.
You can't use that talking point on me. It don't apply.
Did I try to use that talking point?
Yes, you did.
Explain.
Explain what?
How I try to use that talking point.
Because I'm not defending black people. I'm not defending Tariq Nasheed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not defending people who identify as black. I'm not.
Okay, cool. No problem. So I'll leave that alone. Somebody from the chat want to know.
Justice.
So somebody from the chat want to know, did you get vaccinated?
Well, hell no. Why the hell would I get vaccinated, bro?
To not suffer severe, side effects from COVID-19. That's why.
One of those, plenty of those 700 books I got. I've been debunking vaccines for over 12 years, bro. I got nurses in my family I argued with 10 years ago about vaccines, bro. And everything I've said has been proven right. It's been proven right.
So give me some things. Give me some things you said that's been proven right.
Well, I wrote a letter, Freedom of Information Act, and they had to admit that the shit they were saying was fabricated.
Who's
the CDC? The CDC, right? Okay. You can write a letter to them. They will answer you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Can I get a word in? So wouldn't that be credit to them so wouldn't that be credit to them? At least they respond back to people with grievances. Isn't that credit to them that they respond back to? Okay, cool. All right. So now what?
CDC is not part of the United. There's three different CDCs.
Okay, so let's just
there's an international one. There's a nonprofit, and there's one that's under the Congress.
All right. So let's deal with the one under the Congress, right? So what did they admit when you wrote a letter? What was the letter about, and what did they admit to?
Well, they had to answer a certain study from Australia.
Okay, go ahead. What was it about?
I don't remember specifically.
All right, no problem. No problem. So what can you? Okay, I got it. And look, I don't expect you to remember every last letter, especially if it's some years ago. But I just want to know, what do you remember disagreeing with and debunking?
They were saying so much stuff, man. It was a lot of stuff they don't say no more. Put it that way.
Yo, when you try to hold these guys to something, they just bounce around. Like he wouldn't get pinned down to anything. He wouldn't let me pin him down to anything. The Moors are funny with the birth certificate and the social security number on the stock exchange, and you get some money on that fake stuff. Indigenous, I'm going to play your video, Indigenous, but it was a YouTube video. I see it. I was hoping it was a news article, but I hope it's a new YouTube
Hey family, on November 20th through December 1st, 2022, we will have the all-inclusive Kenya.
Okay, I know who this is now.
Trip. Now, a lot of times people have said, Phil, when's the next trip we'd like to go?
He got 1 million. He got 1 million subscribers. All right.
I want to see Africa for myself, but this is the 7 days. So make sure to secure.
And a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So just recently, an entire police department in Kenly, North Carolina, quit. They quit because they got a black city manager.
Kenly, North Carolina. Let me see this. Let me make sure it's not hype. Kenly. All right. Let me see how this works out. Hey, yo, let's go ahead and beat officers down there. You dig?
When did blue raspberry become the flavor of summer? When we turned up the whoa, baby! New Red Bull infusions from QuickChek, available in 8.
Oh, why I played the damn video? Now he gonna say he taught me something every time I mention it. This is a sick dude, man. Why did I play this video? Now I gotta hit this dude's mouth forever about how he taught me something, which he didn't. He just shared a link. How he was up on his first before me, but you were not up on it first. And who gives a damn, right? I mean, dude, you know how many things I know that you don't know that it's just personal. I just keep it with me. It's not a competition with me where look what I know. I said it first. Who gives a damn?
Signature
flavors. So immature.
Try them all today.
This is CBS 17 News.
The entire police department in one town, every officer and the chief resigned today. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Angela Taylor.
And I'm Rod Carter. This happened in the small town of Kenly, which is in Johnston County. CBS 17's Gilad Malamed is live there tonight with this story. Gilad.
Now, I hope black people were encouraged to go to that city and apply for those jobs.
Pretty soon, this town won't have a police department unless something changes. Police Chief Josh Gibson tells me he and the department's 4 full-time officers gave in their 2 weeks' notice today. Gibson says he quit because the environment the new town manager who started in June created. He says the other officers quit for the same reasons. We asked Gibson to specify what that means, but he said he wouldn't say because attorneys are involved. He says the town clerk and the town utility clerk also resigned. The people we spoke to liked the job Gibson was doing as chief and says they're shocked and concerned by what's happening.
It's done a good job for our town. I'm a retired teacher from the area.
Look at this wildebeest. If they indeed resign from a black person being hired or employed, then ma'am, they were all racist, okay? So they did a good job for white folks, all right?
I remember seeing him in the schools and just a little bit of shock.
And I was like, what in the world, man? I mean, we can't have a lawless town.
Oh, yes. Look at this now. I almost said it. Dude, if they all resigned because a black woman was employed, then dude, you was better off without those racist dogs, man, the racist pigs. Why would you be begging for racist pigs to come back? Oh, we're going to be lawless. Get your kids and friends and y'all go take those jobs and take over that goddamn town to be the sheriff and all that type of stuff. What's wrong with black folks? White folks resign and we just, oh Lord, we can't do anything now. We need master.
There's no way on God's green earth we can have a lawless town.
God's green earth. Well, establish God's laws then, you damn Christian.
So I hope we can find a resolution.
He want those white police officers back. That's all that meant.
We wanted to know what happens with public safety here in 2 weeks. The spokesperson for the Johnston County Sheriff's Office says there's no specific plans for increased patrol in the area, but they will be here for anyone in Kenly who needs them. We asked the Wilson County Sheriff's Office as well and are waiting to hear back. We also reached out to the town of Kenly for comment about this and are waiting to hear back from them.
And this news story I didn't hear about because somebody was black. All right. So now let me go to Fox News.
I thought I was too busy to learn a new language, but as you can see, I like to make the most of my time.
Say that you like sports.
Me gustan los.
All right. So, hey, Mitch, before I play this one, what did you hear? What did you hear was the reason why the entire police force resigned? What was the reason? Please, I want to hear what you heard before I play the video. Why would a whole police force resign? Was it because they hired somebody black, like Indigenous said? Because, you know, that at the very least would sound, you know, that sounds crazy. That sounds unbelievable. And sometimes when something is unbelievable, it's because it really is. So the first one, News 17, they didn't say anything about the lady being black. All right. Matter of fact, peace, no ma'am. So let me play this one. Something about hostile work environment. Yeah, so where did Indigenous get? Let me send Indigenous this number, his phone number, because I want to know, where did he get? See, no ma'am came just in time. Indigenous sent me a link where he said an entire police force resigned because a black woman was hired. That sounds a little unbelievable. Like, damn. I mean, it sounds unbelievable, but it sounds like it's not too far-fetched. You got a lot of racist people, racist whites that are very extreme in this country. But I played one news article, they didn't mention it at all. And then I'm about to play Fox News. But A. Mitch said he heard about it, and he didn't hear about the woman thing either. I mean, okay, so Indigenous. Tariq Nasheed, when he usually says this about white folks. He says some white folks he calls it, I'm white and I say so. Where I don't need facts, I don't need logic, I don't need anything like that. I said it and it's true. Religious folks and cult leaders, same shit. So with you is the same thing, my guy. You made a claim with a link, right? Or you side with the link, right? The claims with the link. I played an article, you know, that one, another one. And nobody is saying that they resigned because a black woman was hired. You said vague. You just used the word vague. My boy, if it's vague, then how the hell do you know it's because of the woman? How can you make an absolute statement? You know, you remember the absolute statements everybody hate? How did you make an absolute statement, but then say that the commentary was vague or the reason was vague? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I don't make any sense. Again, he sends me a video, he sends me a video with a title, and then get mad when I hold him to the title. My boy, why didn't you just tell me? You said this. You said, have I seen this? So I'm looking at a title. Why not say, yo, I'm biased. The title is misleading. Just check this out. I don't give a damn about a whole police station resigning. So that's white folks' problem. But if it's because of the title that I just seen, then I care. If it's because of black folks caused it, I want to know about it. But if it's just white on white foolishness, I don't give a damn.
Black Lives Matter has to be really happy because an entire police force gone.
All right, so that was a shot. Fox News, you know, conservative, right wing, alt-right, racist people, and racist people love this news, Fox News.
It almost sounds like a movie. Every single full-time officer, including the police.
Why would Black Lives Matter be happy, be elated? Huh? I would think white people would be more happy than black folks. This country was ran without laws. You forgot? You K9 looking ass woman. You forgot? This country was lawless. 1920s, 30s, 40s, lawless. Definitely in the South.
Police chief of Kenly, North Carolina, has resigned in protest of a Newtown.
She look like a goddamn K9. Like she about to go be called to sniff somebody's car looking for drugs.
Manager. Chief Josh Gibson said Justine Jones is creating a hostile work environment, and the department can no longer perform its duties and its services to the community. Chief Gibson joins me now exclusively.
Okay, so they blaming Justine for creating a hostile environment. That's different than what Indigenous sent me. Okay.
Attorney Hyde Philbeck. Chief, how has the town manager created a hostile work environment for law enforcement?
Well, she came in, first of all, to start giving us tasks and all these projects all the time. And unfortunately, we're a very low-manned department. We only have 5 officers, and I was working double shifts at the time to try to keep up officer safety and be there with other officers in case something happened. We're a town of about 2,000 people. And
so Indigenous, you should have sent me this link, because you have the horse, you get it from the horse's mouth. Like next time, my boy, just send me the news article, okay? Send me that first, because now we have the actual officer, ex-officer, speaking for himself, saying what he didn't like about the sister, what she had him do. She had him actually working. He didn't want to work. He want to kick back and drink his beer and eat his donuts.
He kept on doing things like that. Then at one point, she wrote me up. And she wrote me up for being late for work. And I was like, no, ma'am, I haven't been late to work at any time. She said, yes, you have. You've either been in the hallway, in the foyer. You have not been sitting at your desk at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yes, ma'am. Then she wrote me up for going to businesses and talking with businesses. She wrote me up for talking with council members that I've known for 20 years.
So she was targeting you, Josh. So you think I'm actually looking at the her reprimands of you, her written warnings, and I'm thinking to myself, she didn't like you. She was targeting you. These are protectual, and Phil, you can chime in, but this all seems like total BS.
All right, don't forget, this is Fox News, okay? This is Fox News. Don't forget, this is Fox News, okay? A lot of Trump supporters watch Fox News, all right? This is Fox News, all right? Damn, this K9, this two-legged dog right here looks interesting.
Just ridiculous. Sorry.
And she's horrible at her job. Well, that was corny.
I mean, this is just classic targeting.
It's classic example.
Indigenous black man, you don't need to send me anything, my boy. I have you see these tabs up here, and this is light. I create libraries, not libraries, playlists. I got playlists of backed up videos. I don't need you to send me something, my boy. Okay, so I'm not thankful. All right, no.
Of a municipal head that seeks to, and likely has no experience at all in law enforcement or training, seeks to micromanage a police agency over Chief Gibson.
Yeah, so I've watched. Now, watch this. Hey, Mitch, man. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes people get intimidated by the information that I accumulate on a regular basis. So what I was going to say is this. I watched Internal Affairs, right? Investigations where they were, I watched like 2-3 hours of a chief being in question by Internal Affairs about his misuse of time. Like No Ma'am just pointed out, how he was home chilling, but he was on the clock. Like he would register those hours as though he's at work. Okay, he will get double time for things he didn't do, and some of his boys got paid. You know, these are real cases, and they was like, he was making up excuses. Then he realized at some point he's gonna get fired, so he starts to just like whimper, like, "Oh, you're gonna fire me?" Yeah. So what I'm looking at right now, this is common. There's many white sheriffs and chiefs who've been fired for basically stealing time and money, literally time and money. So apparently he was doing the same thing, and others in that department. And she was sent there. I believe she was hired just for that reason, to straighten these boys up. And they was having 5 of them was having a good old time. Now they got work, so they quit. But it's only 5. Keep in mind, it's only 5 of them, because the story sounds, it sounds better than the facts. When you hear a whole police force resigns, we think 20, 30 men, women. No, just 5 people, right? That's it, just 5 people. So now it's not so amazing, so shocking.
And here who has 21 years experience, as well as 17 years of those as a police chief. He wants to implement all these rules and essentially control everything he does, from sitting at his desk to who he speaks with. In fact, he can't even speak with her if he has a quick question or something, unless he sets an appointment ahead of time.
You goddamn right. That's called law and order.
That's untenable, and it puts the public at risk.
Well, how did she get hired? Because I see that she sued a previous employer for racial discrimination. Right. A black woman obviously sued her previous employer, Richland County, South Carolina, for gender and racial discrimination after she was terminated in March of 2015, alleging hostile treatment by Richland County leaders and her supervisor, retaliating for reporting bad behavior. That lawsuit was later voluntarily dismissed, although court records don't reveal why. So how did you go from South Carolina suing for racial discrimination, ending up in your small town in North Carolina, Josh?
I wish I could. The town council does that. They use a company called Triangle J that supposedly vets these people, and they give like a nomination for them to.
All right.
Select these
in business, I've been ignoring you. If you keep talking trash, I'm gonna block you again, my boy. All right, because right now you're distracted. I'm trying to read the comments, see which I feel about the story, and all he's doing is personal attacking me. Like, this is a bum nigga with the IQ of a goddamn second grader, and all he's doing is attacking me in the goddamn chat, which he normally does. He's sending me stuff. Dude, you don't got to send me anything. You understand that? You don't got to contact me at all. If I'm all these bad things you're calling me, then why do you associate with me? If I felt like that about you, I wouldn't even contact you. Like, I'm a real guy. I can't hang around people I don't like or even talk to them. That's just me.
And so it was all with the town council. We were not included in any selection process or vetting of anything. It was all with the town council and Triangle J.
Yeah, these guys look like if they got any degrees, a high school diploma, that's about it. Fat, sloppy guy right here. He can't be a cop that damn big.
I know that Josh was
and they came to the right news station to tell their story. All right, because I think the other stations wouldn't have given them this much leeway and benefit of doubt. And this K9 over here, she's just horrible with her little instigated tactics.
Also accused of socializing in town?
Yes.
What? So you're never supposed to socialize? I don't even understand this.
Yes, you do. You know how cops be talking to pedestrians when they're supposed to be working? When the pedestrian got their head inside the police car talking to the police officer? You've seen that before. We all seen that. Or the police officer got his head in the pedestrian, in the motorist car. Yes, you know that.
Keep in mind, Chief is from that area. It's 2,000 people. Everyone knows everyone. He's known people for many, many years.
I bet.
And part of important duty of being a police chief is community outreach and be able to connect with community. His socializing, quote unquote, is reaching out to the community and keeping the relations in good stead and hearing from them and getting feedback from them so he can be the best police chief that he has been.
Well, Chief, that's what Black Lives Matter and all these social justice activists.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do the Black Lives Matter. I ain't keep doing that with her. All right, let me go here. All right, I'm gonna go here. I want somebody black to speak. I'm gonna go here. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do the Black Lives Matter thing. All right. Okay, so let's go from there.
No action was taken tonight for a Johnson County town that's in danger of losing its entire police force. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Angela Taylor. The council and town manager held an emergency meeting just days after Kinley's police chief and 4 officers turned in their 2 weeks notice. This is getting national attention. CBS 17's Nick Sturdivant is live in Kinley for us tonight. And Nick, tell us what happened in that meeting.
Well, Angela, that decision happening after town council met for more than an hour. Meanwhile, behind me, dozens of community members gathered to voice their opinions.
Kinley may be a small town, but Friday, they let it be known that their concerns are big.
We just want to support the town manager who has been doing a good job. And you just want to make sure the process is fair, whatever's done.
But listen, we have a great police department. Okay, she is not for our police department.
This all comes after the town's police chief, Josh Gibson, said he and his department's 4 full-time officers, along with the town's utilities clerk and assistant manager, turned in their 2 weeks notice because of the environment he says the new town manager has created. The town manager, Justine Jones, started last month.
So she started to make them work. She started to really have tasks and projects that they should be doing to be better police officers. She had them probably following up on her SOPs, right? Standard operating procedures, and they had to remember their training, and they probably had to train. They probably had to do their SOPs all over, or who knows what she had them do. You dig? But they ain't like it. They ain't like it. So that's probably the real reason that she realized that these boys are sloppy, physically and task wise.
Friday night's emergency meeting between the council and town manager. Concerned neighbors held a town hall with Mayor Tui Hales to discuss what's been going on. Longtime resident Josiah Jackson was there.
This is a shock. You know, when a small town like this, and all of a sudden the people that you've known for all these years, and that says, I'm out of here.
Minutes later, people.
That's the second black person who was riding with the white chief. So just keep note of that. Nobody riding with the sister.
At the council chambers before the closed session. More than an hour later, town council deciding not to take any action Friday night.
So we are where we were. The town still has a patrol. We still have police coverage.
And that was the mayor that you just heard from. He says another emergency meeting will happen sometime next week. Now, we did reach out to the town manager earlier this week. She could not comment, but referred us to the town attorney. Live here in Kinley tonight, Nick Sturdivant, CBS 17 News.
Yeah, a bit of a mess there.
All new tonight, no special action was taken during an emergency meeting in the town of Tinley following the sudden resignations of 7 full-time employees.
Their longtime police chief, all of their officers and town clerks resigned unexpectedly. A large crowd was there tonight as the council discussed their next move. Aaron Thomas was also there. He joins us live. Aaron, this community is understandably upset about this and concerned.
Yeah, Gerald, there was a pretty large outcome. We're talking more than 50 people who anxiously awaited any possible outcome, and we had several council members who met for more than an hour, only to end up back at square one. They waited in droves outside as council members met inside.
Angry, upset, sort of dismayed, because this is a shock.
Sudden resignations by
Go ahead, Grandma. Go ahead and blame your granddaughter. You dig? Side with the white chiefs. Go ahead, Grandma. You know. Look, that small town got these nice cars right here. Stop it.
Seven employees, including the police chief, 4 full-time officers, a town clerk, and assistant manager, sent shockwaves through Kenly. Mayor Tui Hill setting the record straight on current public safety efforts.
The town still has a patrol, we still have police coverage, and we will continue to do so.
Employees who resigned cited a hostile work environment under town manager Justine Jones. She attended tonight's meeting with supporters behind her.
We support our town manager because we need a change.
And others who question her ability to lead.
Sounds to me like she's trouble and she needs to go.
Damn. Now you know what type of town that is. That's that sundown town. She sounds like trouble and needs to go. I heard that language before. That's that 50s language, that 60s language, that civil rights, anti-civil rights language. Trouble. And you gotta go. Damn. I wonder how she vote. You think she vote for Republicans or Democrats?
At the end of tonight's emergency meeting, I asked Mayor Hales about the concerns he's heard from town employees.
Have you heard of any of the type of stresses that might have been brought on, if they have been brought on, by the town manager?
That's a good question, and that's a question that the council wants answered.
And tonight's meeting was a closed session. The mayor did indicate that he hoped.
So, Indigenous sent me this link, and now he wants me to bow down to him. Okay, I'm his slave now because he sent me a link of something interesting.
Yeah, Lauren, and Chief Josh Gibson told me it's heartbreaking to do this, but they're overworked. There should be 8 full-time police officers, but for the past several months, they've been working with 5. And Gibson's issue also includes the town manager. Without the police department in a town with at least 1,500 people, the feeling of heartbroken is shared here in downtown.
They're not just town police, they're our family.
From at least 20 years of seeing.
Well, she just said it. Those 10 police, they're our family. And family gives favors. All right.
Being a familiar face to now having no one at the Kenly Police Department, Nancy Cates is left speechless.
Try not to cry.
After 5 police officers, including the police chief, quit.
It's devastating to this community. We don't want our town to go crazy.
And neither does Josh Gibson, the Kenly police chief, telling.
Wait a minute. If your town is so loving, why would y'all just all of a sudden be chaotic? Wouldn't y'all just be still respectful to each other? If y'all a bunch of good citizens, and residents, why would y'all be tripping about police? Right? You only got 5. So that means you ain't a lot of crime over there.
Telling us how heartbreaking it is to let go, but the stress and trying to work amid staffing shortages, including issues with the town manager, was too much. The town clerk and the town's utility clerk also resigning. Their announcement difficult for Cates to accept.
It broke my heart because I called him. I told him, I said, I protested him resigning, and the rest of them.
We actually have a unit stationed at Kenly Fire Department in downtown Kenly, so we do not anticipate any impacts to our ability to provide emergency medical services.
But in a town that's close-knit, the community's relationship with the county won't be the same as it was with Kenly Police.
And I hope they'll do their job, but I can't.
Now, look how she said that the police were family to the community residents, right? These white chiefs and police officers, and that's why they had the social meetings, whatever they were saying about socialness. How come they don't find that need to do that in black neighborhoods to be quote unquote family, right? To be family in black neighborhoods. Why are you only family in white neighborhoods?
Pick up the phone and call their personal number and say.
All right, so I'm done with that right there. Yeah, thirsty. Yeah, it's interesting that when they around white folks, all of a sudden they're family. But when they come around black folks, they're afraid and fear, and they're in fear of their life. Interesting. All right, so let's get rid of that. And then just send me a second link, but I'm not gonna play that one because when he sends me a link, if I play his links, he gets on me. Okay. And you know, in a way, I needed to bow down to him. Like all of a sudden, he educated me on life. All right. Anyway, I got some interesting videos for you. But that was interesting, though. Yeah, everybody's white except for his sister. Yeah, everybody's show that was white was big as hell. Okay, so I'm not gonna play this one just yet because this is gonna slow it down. I want to keep it up tempo. So let me show you some black people being harassed by police officers. I got more than just the two we had yesterday, and they got paid off though. You know what I mean? When I mean paid off, they got hit off. They sued and collected some dough. All right. So let me go ahead and show you that.
This is my little sister.
Let me share my screen. So in business, I know you're still there. This is my playlist, my boy. See, these are my videos right here. So I'm not looking forward to an indigenous link. A lot of these you never seen. All right. All right. Let me go right here.
Welcome back
to the Lackluster Channel. In May of 2020, following George Floyd's murder, the Minneapolis Police Department took to the streets to quell civil unrest.
All right. So now, no, ma'am, you didn't tell us this was happening in your city. What they did right here.
It was an
absolute. I kept this quiet.
Absolute chaos, composed mostly of waves of peaceful demonstrations, but after the sun went down, riots tore through the city streets. Over a 3-night period, the looting and vandalism resulted in over $500 million in property damage, the second most destructive period of civil unrest in U.S. history, following the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Unit 1281 was formed to support other units in the streets. 6 SWAT members, armed with various 40mm less lethal weaponry, loaded into an unmarked white van to hunt down protesters.
Instead of chasing people around, we're going to hunt. You guys are out hunting people now, and it's just a nice change of tempo.
Yep, agreed.
Fuck these people.
What do you think?
Chasing people around, we're going to hunt. You guys are out hunting people now, and it's just a nice change of tempo.
Yep, agreed.
Fuck these people.
What do you think? Can you get those guys?
We're gonna split up, drive down Lake Street. You see a fucking group crawling out? Okay, great. Come on, gas them.
We can start that. Let them have it, boys. Let them have it. Right there. Get him, get him, get him. Hit him, hit him.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting activists.
Before we continue, I want to let you know of a new way I earn cash and gift cards, just for sharing my opinion on politics, pop culture products, and brands, actors, and TV. Back to our video. Body cam footage from the officers shows they fired rounds at civilians who were not posing a safety threat, without warning or announcement. Civilians who were only violating curfew, a non-violent misdemeanor offense. They were seen baiting in protesters, attempting to draw them as close as possible before firing upon them.
I got the long range one. I'm going to send one down and send a few to try to push them to our strike teams.
Congratulating each other by laughing and exchanging fist bumps.
Gotcha!
Their use of force was in violation of MPD policies, applicable law, and constitutional rights. They drove their unmarked van without emergency lights, intentionally making it look like a civilian vehicle. As they drove down Lake Street, it was calm and quiet, and when the unit approached Jaleel Stallings' group, 2 officers fired their launchers at Jaleel multiple times, hitting him in the chest, in response to being shot by men in an unmarked van, thinking that he had sustained life-threatening injuries. Jaleel drew his own legally carried firearm and returned fire. The van came to a stop, and as officers dismounted, Jaleel immediately discarded his firearm, laid flat on the ground, and raised his hands above his head, now realizing that the men in the van were officers of the MPD. The officers called out to each other that Jaleel had disarmed himself and was on the ground, but despite the obviousness of Jaleel surrendering, Officer Stetson repeatedly kicked and struck him in the head.
Group in the parking lot to the north. Group in the parking lot to the north, run it. Shots fired! Shots fired! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
So they're riding around shooting protesters, and some protesters looking like, yo, this is a white militia group because the van is unmarked. It's just a white van who's having fun shooting at black people.
Down! Down! He's on the ground! No ground right there. Bitch! Son, listen.
Shots fired. 2 suspects in custody. Gun recovered.
Fucking shoot at cops?
Jaleel showed no resistance to the attack, but the officers continued to beat him for about 30 seconds. Fracturing his eye socket and causing severe trauma that would only haunt him in the future in the form of paranoia and anxiety. None of the officers witnessing the unlawful excessive force against him did anything to stop or help Jaleel.
What he was resisting when we approached. Yep, that's the way it happened.
It happened. Got it.
As you can see from the videos, they seem to show a very different sequence of events than what was reported in the officer's initial reports than what's written on the criminal complaint.
Jaleel was eventually transferred to a nearby hospital and charged with 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder, multiple counts of assault, and a range of other charges.
So they ended up charging her brother at G hearing. So that was the sad part.
It took over a year for a jury to acquit him, finding that he acted in self-defense against the officers. On October 28th of 2021, Jaleel filed a lawsuit against 19 of the officers on scene for unlawful seizure and excessive force, First Amendment violations of free speech and assembly, 14th Amendment violations of due process and equal protection clause, conspiracy to interfere with the assertion of constitutional rights, supervisor liability, and a Monell claim civil rights violation. The lawsuit alleges that the officers violated 17 MPD policies that limit their use of force, and that the officers concealed and misrepresented material facts. Finally, in May of 2022, judgment was entered in favor of Jaleel Stallings against the officers and the city of Minneapolis in the amount of $1.5 million tax dollars, plus attorney's fees and costs. Overall, this incident showed that the Minneapolis Police Department officers engaged in a pattern of violence and malice towards protesters and civilians, making light of their aggressive and abusive behaviors against the citizens they serve. There is no official word on whether any of the officers involved were disciplined by the department or have had criminal charges filed against them. The most frightening thing about this entire situation is that this only really got national attention because Jaleel fired back and it was ruled in self-defense. The truth is that this is a fairly common occurrence that gets swept under the rug, and Jaleel is just fortunate enough to have made it out with his life.
I don't know.
Did we clear that car?
Is this car clear?
Clear the car.
Yeah.
I got the...
So they're still harassing them, and let me fast forward a little bit. That's almost over. I ain't got to fast forward it.
As always, thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like to submit for review, use the link in the description or pinned comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for future content. And remember to like, share, and comment.
Other channels.
All right, so Buddy, I'm gonna use Haskell. Language. So Buddy was able to sue for $1.5 million, I think, plus court fees. I think that's what it says for that type of. And he was acquitted or charges dropped. Whatever happened, it didn't apply to him. That manslaughter stuff. Okay, let's see what we got out here. Oh, so I got one more like that for you.
Interested in selling printed products such as wall art and apparel with your design online? Go to gelato.com, then click stores and select the platform you're using. Next, go to Gelato and start adding products.
I am lawfully here and I am lawfully asking.
Oh yeah, this is some BS right here. But he got a lawsuit as well. Yeah, they did him dirty. Yeah, they doing dirty.
For your identification, I need to know who you are and what you were doing.
The law enforcement officer asked you to identify yourself.
Hold up, let me just get right to it.
Incident that occurred in Middleport, Ohio back in October of 2021. At around 7:30 in the evening, William was walking home. His course took him near the Middleport police station, and shortly after passing the department's property, Officer Jeff Provins stopped William's travels.
Am I being detained?
I want to identify you.
For what crime?
Because I had a complaint.
Suspicion of what crime?
I didn't say there was suspicion of a crime.
Well, I don't have the ID unless you suspect me of a crime.
You need to identify yourself.
Well, the law is if you suspect me of a crime.
I am lawfully here, and I am lawfully asking you for your identification because I had a call.
Oh, my bad. I've got the okay. So you hear an echo because I'm not pressing mute on the iPad. So just let me know, or just type in mute so I can be mindful of that. Okay. So he's asking a law. He's requesting a lawful request of. I don't know. It sounds weird, but nothing about what he's saying is lawful.
That you were in and around a bunch of cars over here. So I need to know who you are and what you were doing.
I wasn't doing anything. I don't know who called.
It doesn't matter who called. I have a complaint and I'm following up on my complaint. Now I'm asking you nicely for your identification. If you don't want to give me your identification, then you can come with me and I can hold you until you identify yourself.
Well, every minute that you hold me, you're going to be held accountable and you'll...
See, he's trying to counterattack. That's a chess move. And I teach my students, sometimes you just got to block or you got to play defense. One of the 4 great ways. But the talking to convince them that they're doing something wrong, you're going to hold them liable, they don't believe you. You just waste your time with that one.
Violate my civil rights. Am I being detained?
At this time you are, if you're failing to identify yourself.
Okay, well, at this time I'm going to invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent.
Alrighty, turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Yes, sir.
And just like that, William is placed under arrest and issued a summons that charged him with failure to comply with the order or signal of a police officer. RC 2921.331 requires that the order is necessary to direct, control, or regulate traffic. But William wasn't driving. William was on foot.
Yeah, I told you guys, it's tricky. Like, when you're in a car, they can do certain stuff and get away with it, little dirty tricks. But on foot, it's a lot harder to do them dirty tricks. Okay, here we go.
Officer Proven included a charge for contempt, but based on Middleport Ordinance 161.03, the offense must have been committed before the mayor, and the mayor wasn't present. Patrolman Provins alleged that he had received a call from his dispatcher that William was snooping around the vehicles in the department's parking lot.
Which there's no evidence for him snooping around, looking through cars. I don't even think somebody called the cops. All right, so let's go.
Shortly after, William hired Scott Petroff to represent him in the matter, and when he reached out to Mr. Rick Hedges, the city solicitor, he was told that the chief stands behind his officers. After the incident, the village police department's Facebook team blocked William from commenting, and when William's attorney requested that they unblock him, they responded by
terminating the page. So there's a lot of games going on. So, but keep in mind where the last one was at, it's in North Carolina, you know. So look at the states that allow this stuff happens or go down at. All right, here we go.
By deleting the entire page, and the village proceeded to prosecute William. William's lawyer requested discovery 3 times for this case, but was never offered any evidence, though the department has video cameras in their parking lot that would prove whether William even walked through the lot. The department would later say that they had deleted the footage after 2 weeks, failing to preserve evidence that would likely prove William's innocence. Months later, the case was moved to Meigs County, and after numerous court appearances and having to retain counsel, the prosecutor finally dropped the charges.
So that usually happens, but you see, now imagine no lawyer. He was getting charged. Okay, so with a highly experienced lawyer, they were still trying dirty tactics. Wrong last name, wrong first name, just a bunch of wrong date of birth. This is a bunch of dirty tactics.
But none of the above surprises me, as I have personally emailed Mr. Hedges for records and have yet to hear back from him. In fact, it was his lack of response that told me that they were hiding something, so I sent records requests to several other employees within the village and county, and was finally given a copy of a settlement agreement between William and the village. The fun part is here, where it says that the agreement will speak for itself if necessitated to be turned over by means of records request. But how can it speak for anything when they redacted all of the settlement agreements?
Yeah, so this was a dirty police department, you know, just very, very, like my man said in the chat, the good old boys network. Very, very, very bad example of piss poor police work. They all in this deleting stuff and all crazy stuff.
They removed almost everything except that there was a settlement, but by reading through some of the fine print, we can determine that there was a monetary payment made to William, that the village of Middleport has agreed to provide additional training to its officers and revise its police manual and procedure manual to include a provision requiring the village to preserve video surveillance evidence of criminal or suspicious activity that occurs on village property until the village makes a determination that no criminal charges will be initiated. Seems like standard stuff that should have been there in the first place.
So it's the second time we're reading about someone being harassed or being violated, and then they go file a complaint, sue the city, and then in that lawsuit, what they do is they make sure that law enforcement are learning these things. Okay.
In the end, Patrolman Proven and every other officer involved, including the chief, demonstrated a complete lack of understanding regarding both constitutional restrictions on their authority and the offense they were claiming to investigate. And most of these men have been in law enforcement for their entire adult life and are just now learning the most basic concepts of freedom.
Oh, my bad. I got to put on mute again. So we got incompetent cops. That's why I told the other guy, I said, are the cops failing training or the training failing cops? All right.
While you, the taxpayer, are the ones who pay for their authoritarian mistakes. William's channel will be linked below, so be sure to let him know that I sent you. And if you need a top-notch civil rights lawyer in Ohio, I will be linking Mr. Petrov's information.
All right, so clearly here, you know, these black people are being targeted by these police officers, like directly targeting them. Very, very interesting. Let me look in the chat. Pure Black, what it do? Decent, peace. Yeah, these. So every video I played so far, damn near all of them, been like just racist, piece of shit police officers. And it's crazy. All right, so let's see what else we have here. So this is Stu P's guy right here. All right, so let me look at Stu P guy. This is Stu P's guy.
What do I want?
What do I want?
I want
to know myself.
And BetterHelp
makes that possible.
Gratitude for the situation I'm in and the people that truly rock with me.
So this is a guy, you know, Stu P, look him up, see a scammer. I really ain't confirmed he's a scammer. Like somebody said in the chat, probably a liar, but I don't even know him to sell products.
Anybody else is not gonna get my energy, and I just feel that's what I do best. Ethereum Classic, Dogecoin.
Okay, so I do know he promote Bitcoin or cryptocurrency heavy.
All at the same time. I put a lot of money into those coins. I guess I'll do my Dogecoin story a little later when I finish this move I'm making now, and it will be very lucrative. But my Ethereum Classic story is what I'm gonna tell you about right now because I just completed.
All right, hold your seats, buckle up.
The other day, and it was a beautiful move.
Because I went back to all of his videos 5 years ago, and he has no videos saying how he makes money regularly.
strenuous move, and it's a teaching of crypto and how holding and buying the dip is essential to getting a big bag and not losing no money. So let me start off by saying I think I initially started like in May last year. I put in, I don't know the exact date, so I could probably look at my, let me look at my But I started sometime last year, I think around May.
All right, so Stu Pease, I can't help you with this guy. He just talked about cryptocurrency. He put money in it and he got money back out. I don't know him to say. I don't know him to be selling the public something. All right. What do we have next here? So those are all his videos. Nah, we don't want to do those. Oh, all right, here we go. Yeah, the watcher gonna like this one. Where the watcher at? All right, so you'll like this one.
All right, last call of the day. Calling from a 785 area code. Who's this?
Oh, yeah, this is John Connor from Los Angeles, California.
What's on your mind, John?
I wanted to make a comment about the charter schools. The reason that charter schools are failures is actually because the same reason why urban public schools are big failures. It's entirely comprised of low IQ, like city-dwelling minorities. You know, it's common knowledge that blacks score lower on standardized testing. Rich blacks actually score on the same level as poor whites. And I know this is triggering to liberal progressives because, you know, kumbaya, we are all one. But there are huge differences in race, and that's why you see urban cities with.
So the caller called in to promote how black folks are just inferior as far as, you know, intelligence and all that type of stuff compared to white people. And he's on the radio spewing that. So that's what's going on right now. And his conclusion is that's why our streets and homes look the way they look.
Such horrible scores. And that's why you see such differences in performance by races.
Right. So you're saying like poor whites in Appalachia, they do very well in school.
They do on the same level as rich blacks.
Really? Where are you getting your data from?
Really? This is common knowledge, Sam.
Come on, where are you getting it from?
Hey, yo, this sounds like indigenous black man when I challenge his sources or his information. I was hollering when I watched this. Check this out.
Really? I mean, come on. You're a white person. You should know better. We're going to need citations.
Why do you assume that I'm white? Why are you assuming my race?
Because you're racist.
Well, maybe.
And
I mean,
that's the basis
what's
of
your
your
race?
common knowledge.
What's your race?
Why does my race matter? Why are you deflecting the argument?
Well, because I want to know if I'm talking to a smart person or not.
Why does it matter?
You just told me that race. Wait a second. Excuse me. Did you or did you not just say that there is an IQ difference between races?
I definitely said that.
Okay, so I'm asking you.
He said, I definitely said that. So now he's asking him, watch this.
I want to know if I'm talking to an idiot or a smart person, so I need to know your race.
Why do I care so much what people think about me?
All right, this is the first time a commercial didn't this is hilarious right here. It gets funnier. It gets funny. He's gonna get flustered. Watch this. It gets funnier.
What does my race have to do with me being an idiot or a smart person?
You just told me it was predictive of intelligence. So what is it? What's your race?
On average. What
is your race?
It doesn't matter what my race is, Sam.
What are you talking about? You just told me that race was determinate about intelligence.
What does my intelligence matter? What if, okay, let's say
Well, I don't know if I want to talk to an idiot.
There are differences.
I don't.
Hey, yo, I was hollering. He just read off a stat that he didn't even understand himself. They are saying, they're like picking with him, but they're saying, dude, what's your race so we can make sure we're talking to who we think we're talking to? Because if you're white, and according to your data, you are smart. You got a high IQ. Okay, definitely higher than blacks. But if you're black or anything close, then your IQ might be a little low. So now we got to speak like a baby to you to get you to understand what we're saying. And he can't get it.
I don't know if I want to talk to a total moron. So I just want to know what your race is.
I'm white, Sam.
What?
Whoa!
Got me. You got me. You got me.
Yeah, he finally got him said. Yeah, I'm talking about I couldn't even breathe on the ground. I was laughing so hard. I said, I gotta play this on the live. I got to.
Okay, so listen, you're really super smart. Tell me where the citation of where you get your facts from.
You want me to just list out every one of them on every different source that I have?
Couple.
How much time do we have here?
I mean, enough for you to cite at least a couple of places.
Are you going to turn the music off? Or are you just going to make a mockery of this because you have no real argument?
So now he said, you're going to turn the music off or you're going to make a mockery of it because you have no real argument. He doesn't have an argument at all. He doesn't have the argument. You have the argument. What's his name, Sam? You have the argument. Okay? You got the argument. Let's go.
Mockery.
Go mockery.
Okay, with the mockery. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the citation?
I'm not going to, play your game with this. And if you want to actually have a real debate, then we
Yeah, I swear, indigenous black man got a white twin. And that's Sam.
have a real debate, but if you're just going to play ridiculous
I
music,
just turned off the music and asked for
then-
the citation of your facts you've just presented.
You're really hurting me as a white person with how dumb you're being. Okay,
This is like
I
the
was
most
getting
cuckish
into the
racist I've
higher.
ever heard
Yeah,
of in my
come
life.
on. This is where was the Abed and Costello.
And he had the little prepared little statement.
Come
I
on.
wanna really
So wait a
trigger
second.
you.
Hold on. Now listen. I don't mean to trigger you because you're obviously getting upset about this. So I want you to just take a deep breath.
Just
tell me, give me a couple
citations
citations about the
facts.
facts. Quick. You
Source up or shut up, basically.
got to be near a computer, right?
Why would I be near a computer right now?
White
You think
people
that I
have
all of these
white
facts like
white
stuck in my
people.
brain?
Wait a second.
Wait,
wait a
white
second.
people
Hold on,
have
hold on,
computers.
hold
It's
on,
common
hold on.
knowledge.
You call up with an assertion, and I'm asking you just to give me some citations of your facts. And you're going through all this rigmarole. You want me to turn off the music. You don't want me to make a mockery of it. Okay, sir. Let's hear the facts. Where did you get these facts from?
There have been lots of research done on this.
Yo, tell me that does not sound like people who have been on this panel or at the very least in the chat. That's crazy, man.
It's not going to be, from Harvard University. There's been lots of
Phrenology today.
universities that people have done theses on the subject, and there is research that
There's
shows
people
that
who have
this
been
is
doing
true.
thesis. So you're telling me that I ask you for a citation of the facts that you're stating, and you tell me there are people who have done theses. Oh,
In
theses.
various research in universities, yes.
Oh, in universities, really? Would
Yeah,
you say
really.
these are prestigious universities? I mean, you should say
What would a
people have
prestigious
done
university in your opinion?
very prestigious
A liberal
people have
arts
done
college?
very
Is
prestigious.
a
Don't
liberal
hey,
arts
listen.
college
Don't
prestigious?
get so triggered by me asking you to back up your facts. Just calm down. All right. I know this is.
Yo, is this funny or what, man? This is good.
You're nervous. You're a little bit upset. You're riled up now. Just calm down.
Are there black people near you right now?
Are you in a safe area?
You're in a safe space.
Are you in a safe space?
Yo, they are out there. Yo, they act like, yo, that sounds like one of our podcasts with somebody acting a fool with their horrible information. They can't source it. They just having a ball back there, laughing and just pitching in.
Again, you're just making a mockery of it.
Well, I mean, honestly, listen, if you're going to call in and you're going to make an assertion like that, like anybody, I ask for the facts. Because you tell me it's common knowledge, and frankly, I think, at this point in my life, I have a good sense of what's common knowledge. I'm not aware of that. And now I'm aware that I'm
aware
sure
of university theses, Sam?
I've just heard about
all the
these
university theses.
But my point is, you should say prestigious university theses.
Have you read the bell curve before?
There you go. I didn't want to blow it for you, but yep, the bell curve. He did it. He went there. He went to the bell curve. There we go. Let's go.
There it is.
Of course.
So they all was waiting for that. They all was waiting for the source. And he was afraid to say that. Dude, if you are confident that the research and work and the bell curve is accurate, then just say it and stand on it. He didn't want to release it. And then when he finally did, he didn't shock anybody. Like, they all knew he was going to say that. They all knew it.
There it is.
Of course, Charles
Finally,
Murray.
the dumb fuck with his one citation.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yes.
Have you read it or not?
Yes.
Yes. All of us in this room have read the bell curve.
So if you've read it, what does it say? What was the research that was done?
It's highly discredited.
Like, very much so.
He said, you read it, so what do you get from it? It's highly discredited.
In fact, I think if I was actually to Google the bell curve, it would be about how it's full of shit. Let's see.
You know who says that? The American Psychological Association. And who runs the American Psychological Association?
Not just the American Psychological Association.
The Jews.
Oh, the Jews, right, of course.
Yeah, it's a bunch of...
Yeah, you got to say the Jews. You got to do the conspiracy theory thing all the way. So they're just making mockery of God. They're having fun with them.
Crypto Jews. A bunch of crypto Jews, just like you, Sam.
Crypto Jews?
I don't think there's anything crypto about Sam's Judaism.
What do you mean, crypto? What's the crypto thing? Are you Jewish, sir?
You try to hide it.
Dude, you are bringing down the white race IQ every second you speak. This is becoming embarrassing even to me. Yeah, Richard Spencer needs to silence you. You're a moron.
You're saying that I'm trying to hide my Judaism.
Yeah, my man said Richard. Did he say Richard Spencer? But he's trying to hide his Judaism. Go ahead.
Is it? On the very show that I have mentioned my celebrating Passover probably 3 times.
He talks about being Jewish
on the very show where there is a camera that shows his face. You're saying he's hiding his Judaism.
Hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say it again. I'm sorry, people.
You're a cultural Jew. That's why it doesn't count.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Wait a second. What do you mean? I just told you I'm celebrating Passover. It's a holiday. I say the prayer.
Common knowledge.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
I take off all the high holiday Jewish religions on this show.
Caller, what does it feel to be a victim of white genocide?
Yo, this dude about to get, this dude, Sam, whatever his name is, he's about to, and it's just sad to say, but he's about to take that rifle, assault rifle, and go to the mall or somewhere and start letting that thing loose.
Are you a virgin?
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. Does your excuse me,
or something?
Yes. Hold on, wait a second.
Yes.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. What do your theses say about Jews and their IQs?
Ooh.
No, wait, I'm just curious.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I'm asking, what do they say?
Jews have high IQs on average.
Do you think that I have a higher IQ than you?
Good day, sir.
No, but back to our conversation yesterday when you said that you would punch me in the
Yeah, he said no.
face. I think that I would definitely beat the shit out of you.
Well, no, wait a second.
Sounds
now,
like
wait
it.
a second. Now, wait a second.
Would you like to work in Angola?
That was a thought experiment. It was not, I said I would punch you in the face. I was saying, what would be the difference if I punched you in the face versus if you punched me in the face? And at the time,
the difference would be is that you would basically slap me, and it would be a lot different if I punched you in the face.
Okay, and why would that be?
Remember we were talking about like power dynamics?
Yes.
Remember that?
I do. Yes.
Yo, they are dying in the back. Yo, that's hilarious.
Right. There we go.
What do you mean, there you go? You got to finish the
He'll
sentence.
kick your ass.
He's saying he could beat you up,
He's saying
Sam.
he
This
beat
is
you
like-
up. It's
this
common
is-
knowledge.
Let me ask you a
There's
question.
been theses written at
Let me ask you a question.
university.
Let me ask you a question. Are you watching on YouTube?
Every voter I talk to is outraged that we pay so much more for prescription drugs.
That's
in
the
this
second
country.
commercial that
It's
didn't
because
cut
too
in the
many
middle of an
politicians are
important
taking too much
point
money from the
argument.
pharmaceutical industry. I don't do that. I don't
you
take
know, all
a
that type
penny
of
from
stuff.
corporate PACs. So
Confession.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, look at me. How does it make you feel to see this metrosexual Jewy cuck?
Just drop the metrosexual. Just Jewy cuck.
Express absolutely no concern about you beating me up.
I mean, you are a new male, though.
I am a what?
You're a new male beta cuck. You're a pansy sissy. I bet that you enjoy watching your wife with other men.
And that's what happens on my podcast. People live 30,000 miles away. They get mad because their sources are flawed, and then they start telling me, and some of us, how they gonna kick our ASS. We're like, okay.
I mean, maybe just
Only
one-
if I can read the social security report while it's happening. I like to keep my mind occupied. Dude, are you actually this? No, I mean, I know. I honestly have a question, and it will appear as somewhat of an insult, but it's a genuine question because we do have people who call into this show as jokes. Are you actually this much of a total belligerent moron, or is this a joke and this is someone we know and it's a good character?
Yeah, he said a belligerent moron. This is hilarious. Yo. He's about to go off.
Do you think that that's a valid question to really ask?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's common knowledge.
Absolutely.
It's a common knowledge question.
Well, listen, I appreciate.
I
this
invite
exchange.
you to the live show next Saturday.
Listen,
though.
I appreciate this
Free
exchange,
ticket.
but my wife is meeting her lover in a half an hour, so I got to wrap things up.
It's a Dominican guy this week. Sam's very
All right,
excited.
make sure that you don't stray away from your cuck shed. Make sure you stay in there.
That I don't what?
What?
Don't stray away from the cuck shed.
I don't know what that phrase
The cuck
is.
shed.
Oh.
It's a
Do
it's
you
a concept.
think? No,
of-
no. Can I ask one more question? Do you think it might say something about? Because the only reason that any of the people in this room know the phrase "cuck," or have thought about this, or have ever had a conversation about watching their girlfriend or wife with some other man, is because people like you are obsessed with that terminology and that idea.
Very fixated.
Does that maybe tell you something? Could you use your white mind to deduce
What
a
insecurities
pattern
might
there?
be there?
You know what?
Okay, but now the point is that you constantly joke about it to try to deflect that you don't actually enjoy thinking about it.
I mean,
It's like when people pretend,
you may have a point.
It's so funny, ha ha ha. But in reality, you actually you go home and type on the computer and look at that stuff. You know?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, well, first of all,
Yeah.
buddy, I
The
don't
active
have to
dumb
get
face.
it on the computer. I'm married. But listen, let me
Well, I was
ask you.
talking to Michael though. I was
Oh
talking
yeah,
to
no,
Michael.
okay, fair enough. No,
Matt
but
and I
listen,
ain't
let
computer.
me ask you a question. What is your? I mean, since I've been so open about my status. What is? Are you quite the ladies' man? I imagine that you are rather alpha. Am I right?
In the end, what's the end game here, Sam? What does it matter if I?
It's to embarrass
Well, no,
you.
wait
That's
a
the
second.
only
Hold
reason.
on.
It's
Hold
called-
on.
Yo, that
Hold
caller
on.
is
Hold on.
What does it take away from blacks having low IQs?
Well, no,
What does it
wait a
take away from
second.
that?
Now, wait a second. Now, wait a second. We've talked about my being a cuck, and I think it's let's have some mutuality here in terms of this conversation. I'm just curious. You must be a very alpha ladies' man. Is that right?
I would definitely classify myself as an alpha male. Yeah.
Well, but wait a second. You're definitely. I mean, I think everybody can tell you're an alpha.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Hell
But,
yeah.
but I'm
That's
curious.
hard
I'm
to
just
complete.
curious. Do the ladies appreciate that?
What do you think, Sam? I mean, you can ask your wife.
Well, no. Wait a second. Now, are you suggesting that you're dating my wife?
No, what I'm suggesting is you said that you were a cuck, and you said that your wife enjoys being with other men. And since I'm an alpha, and I was assuming your wife is also with alphas, then you could ask her about it.
No. I'm asking if you find that women are attuned enough to sense your alphaness.
What's
and
your
you're
personal
doing
sexual
okay
history?
and you're doing okay with the ladies. I'm just curious.
Definitely. Like when I
As
go
a
into a public
woman-
place,
Hold on,
if I saw you and your wife in a public place, and I walked up to your wife and I touched her ass, I don't know what you would do, Sam.
This guy's funny.
As
Well,
a
no, but
woman,
wait a second,
I'm
wait a
just
second.
getting the vibes across the airwaves and just the things that you're saying. That
Kelly is
you
swooning.
are
I gotta tell you,
lying through your teeth
I have
right
never
now.
seen Kelly this passionate about anything.
Honestly,
the whole time I've known her.
serious. Wait a second. I want everybody just to be quiet. I want to show. I want a little respect here. I want you to just be honest. Are you
Single?
technically speaking? Are you a virgin?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
You're positive. And so, how long have you been sexually active? For how many years?
Why do you want to know that, Sam?
Well, come on. I mean, we've shared.
Okay, Sam is the host. I got it.
I've shared some pretty intimate things with you. I don't think I'm asking for too much.
I think you're asking for a little bit much to know about another male's sexual activities. I mean,
Well, I'm not
You
asking.
just
for-
said
I'm
that
not-
you
I'm
slept with
I'm
his
not-
wife.
I'm not asking for your activities. I'm asking just give me just a sense of how many years you've been sexually active, because that gives me a sense of just like how savvy you are about these things.
And ever non-paid.
8 years.
8 years of sexual activity. So you really are on top of your game right now.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so now, do you perceive this as? I mean, do you feel like you're making a conquest when you are out with?
I'm gonna stop right there. It's getting kind of corny, but yeah, man. At the beginning of the show, was funny as hell. The guy was arguing against his own argument. That was so funny, man. I was hollering. He didn't want to source up like some of these guys in the chat in business. What's up, man? And then when he was forced to source up, he was ashamed just to say the bell curve. Very, very funny. All right, let me see. Let me see what I have. That was really, really funny. That. Okay, all right. This might be next right here.
Getting back to
It's got a lot of views though. I'd be afraid to share stuff with a lot of views. Yeah, that was hilarious. The silicone doll. You guys are funny as hell. Oh my God, you guys are hardcore. All right, so if you see my two other shows before about this type of stop, when they put you in the front seat, this is a special group. I forgot what they call it. But they are special law enforcement that does not lock you up with your drugs. Even, they get you in the front seat, they ask you about your life and blah, blah, blah. They're kind of real tactical on how they talk to you, ask you questions. And then they try to get you to confess. And they are hardcore. They kind of like badass. And then they let you know, look, we know you got marijuana in your car or cocaine. And their stops are, it can be seen as profiling as well. I don't know. But it's not so obvious when they do it compared to one of those local cops that we've seen. All right, here we are.
Or St. Peter's, I guess?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City out of 275. Do you have our tires in out?
Well, it's clear. Which one?
Oklahoma University of
Well, nothing like that.
Okay. Wrestling, man.
I hear you, man. We get a lot of people up and down I-40 that smuggle drugs across the country and stuff. It's one of the main roads. People use it to get from deep west to deep east and stuff. And matter of fact, we got 170 pounds of marijuana out here just the other night. So, I mean, it's a very regular occurrence. You're sure there's nothing like that in your car?
I'm positive.
Okay. Are you responsible for everything that is in your car?
Yeah.
You are? Okay. Can I search your car?
Is there probable cause?
No, I have reasonable suspicion right now.
Oh, you do?
I do not have probable cause right now.
Reasonable suspicion. What's suspicion?
Reasonable suspicion means that if you don't give me consent to search your vehicle, I can detain you until I can run a dog around it. Okay. And then if a dog alerts, then I will have probable cause.
Okay. That's fine.
So, I'm asking for your consent.
Yeah,
Can I
search?
That's okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Before I start, can I check your person for weapons?
Yeah.
Do you have anything illegal on you? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, just sit tight for me, and I'll come over there and I'll let you out, and I'll check you in.
Okay, this one's gonna get spicy. Watch this right here.
There's another trooper here with us now, and I can make this very quick, okay? All right. Sierra 421 said he'd be out of the unit. And there is a dog right here behind you, but he won't bother you.
Okay.
Sit tight for me. Okay, Ben, just hop out for me. Don't mind keep that stuff in your hands. Throw your hands right up here on top of the car for me. You don't have anything sharp for your weapons or nothing? Okay. Okay, good deal. Good. All right, Ben, you can have a seat. And if you need anything, just step out and holler at me, okay?
So he just told him to have his seat in the car if you need anything, blah, blah, blah. Look.
Like I said, that dog's right there, but he ain't gonna bother you, all right? Thank you.
All right, okay.
Oh, buddy, it's okay. He's a good boy.
So right now they're in his car, as you guys can see. Yeah, look at his face and body language.
That black suitcase?
It's not my suitcase.
It's not yours. Whose is it? Somebody give it to you?
Yes, sir.
Turn around, face that way towards my window, put your hands behind your back and the thumbs up in there. Where's the key, dog? have to turn it up. Go ahead. It's not his. It's not his suitcase. If you're kind of a stout guy, we'll have to put two on you. Bear with me, okay? All right. I'm gonna double lock it. And that's not a marijuana there in the vehicle.
That's not mine.
I'm gonna Randolph later. If you want to talk to him, you can.
Come on. Be in this car. Come on.
Oklahoma. There's going to be 6.
Here we are. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, he stole the police car, yo. He said, the hell with that. He stole the police car, yo. He is he stole the police car. He's out. He's not going to prison. My man driving still there in his basement, bro. Yeah, he has no idea where he's going. Hey, yo, he can hear this. Hold on, I gotta pause this. Oh, what? Oh my God, this guy is horrible. Yo, he can hear the scanner. He can actually hear everything they're saying. Okay, we're going this way. Yeah, so he should really dodge them. He can hear their plans, and he try to run through a damn fence again. Dude, you can't go into the fence, man. You can't go in there. You're done. Hey, yo, y'all heard the dog back there whimpering? Look, I'm gonna go back. Listen to the dog whimpering. The dog like, what the fuck? Listen to the dog whimpering. Yo, what?
Yeah, I think.
Hey, yo,
that's
what was that, man? What was he doing? Where was he going? Now he drove the car for no reason. He has no idea where he's at. He's not near town. Oh my God. That was too funny. The dog back there. the dog was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, of course there's a tracker in there. Yeah, the dog like, yo, what's going on here? Yo, this dude can't drive. This can't be my master. All right. Let me see. This is it right here.
Okay, where are you coming from? Where are you coming from tonight? You're coming from the west, going to the east. Have the right task.
We've seen that one already.
You think you talking to? Make a threat. Make a threat. Make a threat.
Wait, y'all seen this? Oh, y'all ain't see this one. Okay, y'all didn't see this one. All right, okay. We're in Chicago. It was one of those riots, right? And they're cleaning up the dollar store. Oh my God, this black police officer, man. Oh my God, make a threat. Just a straight tyrant. It's not all white cops, man. You got some black cops that's just as bad, okay? The reason why they can't be as bad because they don't have this racist view, the stereotype view like white people have, you dig? That's the only difference. Otherwise, these black cops would be just as bad. But they are bad. Now watch this guy right here. This is a horrible black cop, man, to his own people. Horrible.
Make a threat. You got them tasers ready?
Welcome back to the Lackluster Channel. 8 days after the George Floyd incident, Chicago was consumed by waves of riots that destroyed portions of the city. Just 8 days later, on June 2nd of 2020, employees of a Family Dollar store in Grand Crossing were cleaning the interior of the business after it had been ravaged by looters. One of the employees, Miss Julie Campos, had just started as a cashier. In fact, it was her first job. At just 19 years old, her only other work experience was as a volunteer for the Night Ministry, an organization that provided housing and other resources to those struggling with homelessness. That June morning, she was making trips to carry collapsed boxes and other garbage to a dumpster in the parking lot with her co-workers. For unknown reasons, multiple Chicago police officers arrived at the Family Dollar at around 11:40 a.m. The store's assistant manager was upset at the officer's presence and let the cops know it, and Officer Taylor responded by berating the man.
You know what? Get your red shirt wearing ass in there. You think you talking to? My man, if I was gonna arrest you, you be in cuffs. Well, stop talking to me. Don't say to me. You know what? Your mama hoe, you bitch ass. Your mama sucked my last night. Your mama sucked my... Make a threat.
Officer Taylor affirmatively and needlessly escalated the situation by using vulgar epithets and challenging the manager.
Make a threat. I'm gonna show you who's up. Make a threat. Get your ass in there. Get your ass inside. Your mama. You better get your ass inside.
The commotion caused other employees to exit the store to see what was happening. Miss Campos began recording on her cell phone as Officer Taylor and the manager argued. Officer Howard can be seen pulling Officer Taylor away, but he returns to continue arguing. The other officers...
Now this piece of shit coon, damn, what's the name of the dude in Django? Stephen. This Stephen ass cop. Black people treat him like dirt, man. It's crazy.
Officers on scene repeatedly attempt to remove Officer Taylor, but he continues to provoke.
The black female officer grabbed him, pushed him out the way. He keep coming back. There's no stopping this guy. Out of control.
The man to threaten a police officer.
Take your uniform over here, fam. I have my uniform on. What the fuck I'm gonna be over here for? Why the fuck would I be here if I had a uniform off? I'm over here because I'm working, dumb motherfucker. You beat my ass. Tell him, man, go. Let's go, man. Go.
Officer Taylor is again removed by his fellow officers, and he calls for 2 additional units and tells his colleagues he wants the man arrested for threatening him.
Yeah, can I get at least 2 units to this location squad, this Family Dollar? But I'm gonna have to enforce an arrest, and I need some assistance.
Don't say nothing else. Let it go.
You know what's up, bro. You know what's up, bro. No. He's going. He's going. He's definitely going. He said he'd beat my ass. He's going. You know that? As soon as that unit get it, he's going. You got your taser ready? Just in case. He's going.
As the scene calms down, Miss Campos resumed her work, throwing collapsed boxes into the dumpster. A few minutes goes by without incident until additional units arrive, and Officer Taylor then decides to go in after the manager to arrest him. Officer Howard grabs Officer Taylor to stop him, but he shakes
now watch this.
Her off.
You got something in your car that's strong? Just hold on.
As he angrily approaches the door, Miss Campos appears carrying boxes and takes a step back, unsure of what's happening and what to do with Officer Taylor storming towards her.
Step back. Step back.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Less than a second after telling her to step back, he strikes her in the face and pushes her to the side. Miss Campos immediately goes live on Facebook as Officer Taylor chases the store manager through the aisles.
Now you a bitch. Well, we're gonna need some more units over this Family Dollar.
Don't fight. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What happened?
The dollar on all set is cleared out. They're there now. Okay, Family Dollar house is clear. Stay clear.
Okay, you all step back. He's getting locked up. I'm taping everything. Everything's being taped. Right.
Unable to locate the manager, the deranged officer now focuses his attention to Miss Campos.
My doctor requires no insurance.
No copay.
Crazy.
I get to see her as many times as I want.
You know what? First of all, you don't stand in front of the police telling them they can't come in when they're affecting the arrest. She can go for obstruction. Hey, JD, he had it in here somewhere.
He came here to find him.
Let's go. No,
Ain't even that person. Now, since we all back here paying attention, it could be people back there. You know what? People stealing all over. She's going for obstruction.
Officer Taylor now arrests Miss Campos for obstruction, claiming that she jumped in front of him to block his path. Despite the multiple other officers on scene, not one of them stepped in to stop Officer Taylor. The store manager they were originally pursuing got away, and of lesser concern, while transporting Miss Campos, Officer Taylor failed to secure his seatbelt. Miss Campos was taken to the District 6 station and lockup, where she was held for nearly 5 hours, during which the officers facilitated, condoned, and turned a blind eye to her unconstitutional detention. At no point was she read her Miranda warnings, and was kept shackled for almost the entire duration, though she, a 19-year-old woman, posed no threat or risk of harm, had never been arrested, and was currently under arrest for a non-violent misdemeanor offense. She was never offered food, water, a chance to use the bathroom, or an opportunity to inform her family of her whereabouts, despite her pleas to allow her to make arrangements for her 1-year-old son to be picked up from daycare, even though they never provided Miss Campos with Miranda warnings. The officers interrogated Miss Campos while she was in custody. She was eventually charged with obstruction and released, but months later, the charge was voluntarily dismissed by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, as the arrest lacked probable cause. A person violates Section 31-1, subsection A, if she knowingly resists or obstructs the performance of any authorized.
See, that's why I like this channel right here, because this dude actually goes to some cases in court, some court cases, to show you that he reads the law. So I got a lot of stuff from him, I believe.
act by a police officer, but Ms. Campos didn't resist, obstruct, or interfere, and no reasonable officer would have believed that Ms. Campos was knowingly resisting or obstructing Officer Taylor's duties when he encountered and assaulted her, as she had no idea that Officer Taylor had arbitrarily decided to arrest the assistant manager. But that didn't stop the officers from falsifying their statements to conceal her false arrest. The original case incident report states that Ms. Campos blocked the entrance and refused to move.
So I think like a settlement payout happened right here, but that was interesting. Dude was like a raging bull, man. His own people. That's crazy, man. Make a threat, make a threat, make a threat. Family Dollar. All right, so I think that was it right there. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier was that some guy at the basketball gym got the best of me today because I went to bed so late last night and I went to play ball so early. Say they finally, and he was running his damn mouth. So let me see. Let me see what we. All right, let me find other tabs. Let me do a little commercial break. So let me do the commercial break, Swazi. And then let me go find the other, or look for, not find, but look for the other tabs. And my charger. Hold on 1 second. All right, here you are.
Because they don't really say.
Give me one.
They used to say.
Give me one
the
thing.
surface area stuff they were saying. Wearing
what
four
about
masks.
the surface area?
Yeah, wearing 4 masks. I don't remember, bro.
Okay. So hold on.
Then they'll take it back. Then they'll say it again.
Fair notice. So you're speaking about coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the newest medicine on earth.
No, but Chinese use vaccines, though.
Okay, so you believe that hot water makes you more susceptible? Swartzy, nigga.
What about Bill Gates? Is he originally black?
You just trolling now. You just proving my point. You don't know history.
I'm trying to see how far you're gonna go with this.
Dude, you can go if you ever been to Europe. They still got all the black heads on the buildings. They didn't take them down. Race is only a concept here in the United States like that. They're not as indoctrinated around the world, bro. They're not. You can still find this stuff all throughout Europe, especially in Germany and stuff. They still got the black heads everywhere.
So were the Vikings black? Hold on. Were the Vikings black?
The Vikings, they came later. They were like a mixed mulatto type. And that's another thing. Mulattoes got written out of history. Mulattoes got written out. Yeah. Especially here in America. They don't even talk about mulattoes.
They do. They do talk about mulattoes. I got a book.
No, but a lot of mulattoes played a huge part in the Civil War.
No, but hold on. But I got a book that talk about mulattoes. It's an American book, American author. What you mean they don't talk about mulattoes? I thought you had a book on that.
I might have it.
I'm talking about medical apartheid.
Nah, apartheid. That came later.
Yeah, but
it's a book called
that's American history. It's about
the laws. No, the forgotten cause of the Civil War.
Don't say the lost art. What's that?
The forgotten cause of
Harrison
the Civil
Ford.
War. That book is $2,000 right now.
Now that means, I love when pseudos be talking about a book cost. If a book costs that much, it's usually
it ain't
bullshit.
cost that much. It ain't cost that much. Before we started talking about it.
Oh my god!
It ain't cost that much.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang Clan album was $1 million. Does that mean it was very good?
See, that's a false universal, bro. Stop it, man. I study fallacy. Don't use no fallacies. So.
All right, so let's get back to some topics because you was talking hella shit in the chat. And
you talking hella shit. You ain't even read. You trying to put all this on Tariq Nasheed. I told you he's not a leader. You can get all the information you need from the Neely Fuller book. That's all he's doing is regurgitating.
What's the book called again?
It's I forgot off the top of my head. It's a code, but he only got 2 books. He only got 2 books.
Wait.
It's a non-white code book. It's a long time. It's a long time.
Brother.
He only has 2 books, bro.
Brother, you've been digging this. Hold on, you've been digging. Hold on. You've been talking about this book for the last 1 hour.
Dictionary.
Wait a minute. So did you forget what the book was called?
Yes.
must not be that important.
I'm just saying, like, I've never seen nobody try to debunk it. I think it would be way more content if you try to debunk that. It's a well laid out book, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's like a textbook. You would do better trying to like debunk that than Tariq Nasheed.
But you don't know the name of the book, though.
Like, Tariq can't get into everything in an interview, bro.
But you don't know the name of the book. You don't know the name of the book.
Just type in Neely Fuller book. You can find the book, bro. One is a dictionary.
You don't know what the book's called.
One is a textbook. It's that simple.
All right, look, I'm gonna type it right now. All right, so
dude, you want me to look up the name of the book?
No, I want you to just tell me the name of the book without looking it up. If it's that important.
Why? Like, what is that? A got you moment? Is that a got you moment, bro?
I'm just
I don't know the name of a book. I told you I got 700 books. Like, I ain't gonna know a lot of the name of the books, bro. I can't name you all my books, bro. I swear.
No, I don't want. You keep naming this one as the most important book I'm going to read.
I'm talking about the information in the book. He talks clearly 4 stages of white supremacy. He breaks down the 4 stages. I don't even remember the 4 stages, but I remember the refinement stage because that's the stage we're in. That's the only one that really matters right now.
So you don't remember
the refinement stage.
Wait, so if that book
in the
is that
refinement
important,
stage. I'm about operational justice.
So you know more about your religious views, the great nothing, than you do about a book.
It's not a religious view, dude. It's reality.
Yeah, you are funny. Yeah, what you do for work?
How am I funny?
What you do for work?
I'm retired.
Okay.
Early Bitcoin.
Okay.
You're smart.
Like, you don't have a garden? Like, you know hobbies? Like, what are your hobbies?
No, my garden's giving liberals hell because y'all don't make no sense. I just
what is your hobbies? Like, when you chill at home,
you don't even know the history. You don't even know your history. You like Ben Shapiro, bro.
I don't know my
Shapiro, bro.
Let me ask you this: in your free time, what do you do to ease your mind, like some hobby?
What do you mean?
Like,
what do I do to
play
ease my mind?
basketball, I go bowling. Yeah, like, what do you do?
Why? What does that matter, bro?
I just want to make sure you're normal. I make sure you're not breaking the head off baby dolls.
Let's talk about these Celtics. Like, you don't know the original Irish people, the Scottish people are black, bro?
Nah, I ain't never known that.
Come on, man.
What book is that in the same book? Is that in the same Dr. Neely Fuller's book?
No, Neely Fuller don't talk about that.
Where you get that
only
from?
Talks about non-white and white people. He don't even use the word black. You just say non-white.
What book did you read? Or what pamphlet? What article?
One of the best books you can get on that part of the world is David McRitchie. He actually went into very fine details. Like, you can't find a more detailed version than that. That's why he used that as a source. Like, dude was extra thorough, man.
Yeah, this guy was talking hella shit in the chat.
You can't, like, I want to see you debunk that book because y'all talking about it like it's just some random book by some nobody. Like, dude,
all right, hold on. Let me look this guy up.
Super scholarly.
Hold on.
It's two of them. Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I thought you was coming with the smoke, man. You let me down. Okay, so how do you spell this guy's name again?
David McRitchie.
Hold on. Dave, and then what's the last
Spell
one?
the Mac all the way out. M-A-C. Richie.
Okay.
I-E at the end.
Okay, I got it. All right. And there we are. All right. And oh my God. And you are stamping this guy right here. You say right. So this guy's book, you said is official?
What?
This guy's book, we supposed to take serious, right?
Both of them.
As scholarly, so he himself, he's supposed to be taken serious in academia, is what you're saying, in the academia world, in academics. We supposed to take
both of those
serious.
books. Read them.
I know. Wait. See, every time I try to get you to, like the same way Andrew Schultz how to hold Tyreek, pin him down to something, he runs and he starts niggas explaining. I'm just trying to get you. I'm just trying to pin you down.
You didn't even read the books. You can't pin nobody down or nothing, bro.
Brother, I want to ask you a question. Look,
babbling.
Look, if I ask you to ride with somebody, you're gonna want to know that person's character, their background before you ride them. So I'm saying before
we not riding nowhere, bro. That's
right, I got you. It's called an analogy. It's called an analogy. So I'm saying before I look this guy up, before I look this guy and read his book, I want to know his credibility. I want to know if he's taken serious in the world of academia. People? Anybody, black people.
Academia. Who's people? Academia? Who academia? What that mean?
Black people. Black people.
What the boule? Who?
A nice,
who's academia? That's like a vague term. That's a gatekeeping term.
And how about this? In college institutions, you have professors.
College institutions. You mean when you learned about the World War I and World War II?
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what they taught you, right? Why they just taught you that? You don't know nothing else. You don't know what happened before that.
Well, I'm just asking you about certain things. I want to know about this guy, Dave, right? So now you was the whole time co-signing his work, right? So now I'm just simply getting you to say before the people one more time, is his work supposed to be taken seriously? Let me put it like that then. Forget about academia. Is his work supposed to be taken seriously?
You read the book, you will see how serious.
Hey, yo, why do pseudos do that? Pseudos be campaigning for somebody a long while until you actually look them up. I'm going to share my screen in a second. Now that I did a quick search on this guy, you don't want to co-sign him
on
anymore.
Google, right? You did a good Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, you said look him up. You said look him up. I looked him up.
Oh, okay. You looked him up.
So now I just want to know,
what'd you find,
just for the record, which I already have you on record, but I want to make sure, now that I know who this guy is he supposed to be taken seriously, his work? Or is his work supposed to be like goofy and fairy tale and comical? Which one? Is his work supposed to be taken as comic? Like, is it comical work or is it serious scholarly work? Which one?
Did you read the books?
I'm just asking you before I read it, because I don't like sci-fi. My brother, I'm asking you. Look, don't you know when you get a book? It's at the library. It's categorized fiction, nonfiction. I don't want a nonfiction. I don't want a fictional book. I don't want sci-fi. So is it a
you're
factual
saying the book is fiction? That's what you're saying?
I'm asking you, is it fiction?
Are you saying it's fiction?
I don't know anything about the book. I'm asking you. I don't have the book.
All right then. So I'm telling you, you read it for yourself and you determine that.
I don't want to buy a fictional book. Is it fictional?
Oh my God, man! You can read the book and you can look up all the dates and the information that's in the book, and you can look for yourself if it's fiction.
Yeah, in business, this got to be your boy.
You already disrespected it. Debunk it.
No, I don't know anything about the book. How disrespected?
You could do a whole podcast just debunks the book.
All right, so cool. So let me ask you this: do you know his background?
Man, come on, dude.
So you're not going to answer. You didn't vouch for this guy. You know, if you was in a mafia, they'd have been whacked you by now. So you just vouched for this guy, and now I'm asking about his background, and you're just backing away from him.
You're asking me based on a Google search and Wikipedia. I don't have to verify. I don't have to validate that. Like, come on, dude. You think you debating? Come on, man.
But I'm asking your opinion, though.
You trying to create these gotcha moments. Your gotcha moments are weak,
I didn't even share. I didn't even share what the internet said about him. I'm asking you.
Nigga,
what
it
do
don't
you
matter
say
what
about
the
him?
internet said. They're not gonna be.
I know that.
They're not gonna
That's
like that. A white guy is saying that the original.
Who
Irish
is this they? Wait.
are
It's the
black.
same Illuminati, but they're white. Wait, why don't white people want to vouch for white people?
White people don't tell their history. Obviously, we all know that. Duh.
They don't tell what?
They up in Egypt talking about they the original fucking Egypt.
But you got black folks making the same claim.
You believe that?
You got black folks. You got black folks making the same claim. You believe that?
The only country that don't lie is Russia. They talk about they black lineage. They the only one that don't cover it up.
Would you consider yourself a black allergy?
And you know how United States look at Russia, right? See?
Nah,
coincidence.
Tell me. Wait, I missed that. How do the United States look at Russia?
As an enemy. They supporting Ukraine, some Nazis. You gonna disagree? Ukraine not Nazis?
Huh?
We disagreeing on that? United Nations already put that out.
But aren't they all white supremacist suspects?
No, not Russia.
Yeah, why are you saying Kamala Harris? You keep saying no. Hey, Kamala Harris, you gonna do reparations? No. Hey, that's how you sound when you say no.
You like Kamala Harris?
It's funny.
You like Kamala Harris?
So now we're going back to the president.
Do you like Kamala Harris?
I don't know anything about her.
How you know? You a Democrat.
I am.
Are you? I don't know. You like Ben Shapiro. I don't know what the hell you is. You all over the place. Bill Barr like Ben Shapiro too.
Yeah, I think Louder or Crowder would beat the hell out of Tariq Nasheed too, though.
Who?
Louder or Crowder. YouTube.
Louder or Crowder? Who's that?
Louder with Louder. That's a YouTube channel. His name is Crowder. It's called Louder with Crowder. I think Louder and then Crowder is CROW.
And none of them white dudes beat Tariq Nasheed in the debate.
Andrew
they don't know their history. They don't know their history.
Andrew just beat his ass just now.
They believe in this white nationalist history.
I gotta find this other video. Yeah, Tariq stayed on his own podcast. I gotta go to another podcast where somebody like quote him in so many contradictions. So now I gotta go back and watch this goofy shit. Damn, I didn't.
No, ain't nobody catch Tariq in no contradiction. Why don't you call up and debate?
So let me point.
It's not like you don't have open panels you could call up.
So let me. Yeah, but it's definitely controlled. He definitely mute people. But look, let me say this.
You have to answer some questions. That's all.
Hold on.
And if you don't know history, you're gonna get washed. So you.
All right. So let me ask. So wait. So you think Tariq knows history?
Hell yeah.
Oh, now you say you know law, right? Civics.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I know a lot of civics. Try me.
Okay. Cool. All right. I don't know.
I know civics more than I know history.
Okay, but you don't even know history because I asked you about the Europeans and their diseases, and you couldn't even answer that question because you said all
diseases. You heard of the Dark Ages, bro. If you haven't heard about the Dark Ages, you don't know about European diseases.
Yeah, I just said Bhuvan. I gave you the answer to Bhuvan the plague. I said what disease was affecting the most. No, actually, I said what plague was affecting the most. You didn't even know, and I gave you the answer.
It don't even matter though. They. My point was they're the one with all the diseases.
That's a lie. Africa got more. Africa and China got more disease than anybody.
Yeah, not during the Dark Ages.
Oh, wait. Where do you think viruses go? They always been there.
Viruses don't move, bro. That's part of the con game.
Bro, stop.
That's part of the con game.
Stop for a second.
A plague
how old
is
you
not
think,
necessarily a virus,
dude,
bro.
How old do you think? Of course, it's not a virus. I never said it was.
You're talking about bacteria and shit like that. You're not talking
Dude,
about viruses.
I never said the plague was a virus.
later.
You said it's definitely a disease. You said diseases. So I meant you go on the
Diseases,
plague.
yeah.
But hold on.
Famine,
Right. So
plague.
plagues fall in that category of diseases. But hold on. And now I'm asking
talking
about viruses.
bacteria, though.
Okay.
That's like
Relax.
from being dirty, nasty motherfuckers.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Relax. Well,
They ain't
relax.
shower and shit.
I got you. I understand. You
The
wanna
virus
go
con game
dark.
came later. That came
I
later,
got you. So later, like what later? So are you
I
saying
don't know,
viruses came? Are you saying viruses came after bacteria? Bacterial diseases? Are you saying that?
Bacteria is like the
All
most
right.
ancient shit here. What do you mean?
Are you serious? Oh yeah. You gotta be the biggest
What
fool.
became before
Now, look,
bacteria, bro?
Wait. You just said. Listen. Now this is real simple. What came before bacteria? Bacteria is biology. What came before biology was chemistry. And you just said viruses. You just said viruses are not alive. Correct?
Viruses are not. It says it right in their science.
Wait,
in their
brother,
science, it says it's not alive.
Relax. I'm asking you a
Not
question.
me.
It's just yes.
Their science.
It's just yes, dude. It's just yes
Dude,
or no.
You said you don't know what a virus is.
Okay.
I
dude,
have to explain
listen.
it to you.
I got you.
They say in their science.
I got you.
that
Wait, hold
it's not
on.
alive.
They.
They.
I got you. And right
Western
now,
science,
you're just being obnoxious.
Yes.
Hold on.
Western science.
I'm trying to look. If we ain't gonna talk, there's no need to. You know, what I mean, I might as well go back
But you
playing the
said
video.
earlier that you don't know what virus is. If you don't know what virus is, you can't
Because
tell me what it is, bro.
You're
We already
teaching me.
established
But
that.
hold on. You're teaching me what a virus is. I don't know. I don't research this stuff. Right?
Well,
I'm
you
just
could- you
getting.
Google
I'm
David
just getting an
McRitchie. You could
epiphany.
Google that. Google that.
I got it. So look, am I going to answer the question or no? If not, I'm going to play the video. So am I? You going to ask the question about viruses? Because you just said viruses were not alive. And if they're
They
not
are not
alive,
alive, yes.
okay, cool.
By definition,
cool. Now,
they are
okay,
not alive.
I got you. So, and you said bacteria is alive, correct?
Some bacteria are alive. Some bacteria don't even have a nervous system. Some bacteria
What the fuck
are
you
way
talking
more
about?
broad.
All right.
It's
Okay.
way more broad. Bacteria are way bigger than viruses, bro.
Is
Bacteria are
part
way
of,
bigger than
is
viruses.
bacteria part of the field of science
Bacteria
of
are
chemistry
way bigger
or
than
biology?
viruses.
Is
Something
bacteria
totally
in the field of in the field of science by way of chemistry or biology?
What difference do it make, dude? Chemistry
It
is
matters a
talking
lot
about
because
chemical reactions.
you probably don't even know the difference between biology and chemistry.
Nigga,
Okay.
biology is the study of living things.
Right. So wouldn't bacteria fall in that category?
Does it?
You don't know that?
You talking from the perspective that Western science has to make sense.
Oh, no.
It don't work like that.
I'm talking
Look
about
at COVID-19.
science.
It ain't make no sense.
No. I don't want to look at COVID-19
It ain't
because
make no sense.
because you
trying
just
to talk
said.
from the perspective it's
All right.
supposed to make sense.
All right.
You don't have to make
So now I gotta mute you so I can get my point across. Hold on. So look, mute yourself in about a couple seconds. I'm gonna mute you for a second.
Mute shit, nigga.
because you keep cutting in. So
Let's
this
go
is
back
for
to
the
Thomas
viewership.
Disease, bro. What are we talking
I got you. Yeah, we will. But let me get this point across first. You could just be quiet, or I gotta mute you. Either way, I'm gonna get this point across. Okay. So what I'm pointing out to the brother is this. He said that bacteria was here before viruses, but then he'll say viruses are not alive. But then he'll say bacteria, he agreed, is part of biology. So then I said, okay, so if you're part of biology, aren't you living? Which everything that's part of biology is living, right? So biology is considered the living science. Chemistry is considered the dead science. So chemistry comes before the living. That's how that works. So if viruses are not part of biology, like he just said, then it definitely came before bacteria because chemistry comes before biology. Biology is the last science. That's the last science. So before things were living, suns don't live. Stars don't technically live, or any other element, any other atom that's in the atmosphere. They don't live. Okay, so living. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Just confirm it. Living starts from biology. Living starts from Earth. That's when things start living. Okay, before then things just exist. Physics and chemistry was here before biology. Living things started with after Red Earth. He probably couldn't say what Red Earth is. All right, so now let me get my charger. Go ahead.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. A virus is an infectious microbe consisting
Why
of
would you read about a
virus?
This is all right. Now that is full crazy.
By a protein code.
I think you're trying to
not replicate alone. Instead, it must infect cells and use components
this dude is crazy,
of the host cell to make copies of itself.
And this is black man. This your cousin?
So what is really going on with that?
Is this your cousin over here, bro?
Like, it's a contradiction in the definition. It said it can't replicate alone.
Yeah.
It got to infect cells and then make components of itself. So who's making the components? The cell or the virus?
But you just said it didn't do that.
The cell or the virus? Who's making the components?
I got it. So you ready for the answer?
The Western man is confused, bro.
So you ready for the answer? You asked the question. You ready for the answer? Exactly. You just talking. All right. So let me show you what Wikipedia says about your boy.
Oh, Wikipedia, bro.
Yeah. Well, you ain't tell me about him. I gave you that opportunity.
Trying to add credibility, not
no, but you wouldn't tell me about him. You said I got to read the damn 800-page book.
Why would I need to tell you about David McRitchie?
And you said the book cost $2,000.
I did not say that book cost $2,000.
Yeah, you said something like that.
The Forgotten Cause of the Civil War cost $2,000. Not David McRitchie book. You can get that for $20. Bro.
From where?
Amazon. Okay. Volume 1 and Volume 2.
And you said we could take him serious, right? His work could be taken serious, correct?
Look up the dates and the time.
Yeah, he won't answer. He won't answer that question
for yourself, bro.
Yeah, he won't answer that question right there.
I want you to get the research. I want you to know your history, bro. Because you banging up Tariq Nasheed. You will get watched by Tariq Nasheed in the debate. You don't even know no dates and times.
No,
you don't even know your own. You don't even know your own history. You just know the Civil War.
I thought I knew better history when it comes to diseases than you just now. You didn't even know about China's and Africa's inoculation.
The dilapidated Caucasian man in your family tree from the Dark Ages.
Well, I think every American got a Caucasian man in family tree.
No, bro. It's the other way around.
Oh, shit. You're going to pseudo.
You are the father generation, bro. We the father generation.
Now, tell me about that.
We are the Caucasian parents generationally. The Caucasian man is the newest people on the planet. That's why they telling you that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. Come on, bro. We all smart enough to know. That's bullshit. Come on,
who's are black people?
They came out the cave 6,000 years old. Huh?
Are black people naturally smarter than white people?
Of course.
Okay. And what evidence you got?
Wasn't using soap and shoes.
So how were black people enslaved?
You civilized them. We civilized them.
Yeah, but how were black people enslaved by people who were more inferior intellectually and didn't use soap?
Because after the Renaissance era, when they started imitating us and going to the schools we built, and like Oxford and all that, they decided they didn't need us anymore. So they turned on us.
So they
forced your ass. They forced your ass out of Europe. So you kept moving further and further south into the the peninsula and Portugal and all that. Then you went into Italy and all that.
Got you.
About Sicily and all.
Just get one part. How can a people more inferior How can a people more intellectually inferior than you go to your schools, do better than you in your own school, and then run you out your own land?
In my own school? What are you talking about, dude?
You just said they went to our schools like. You just said they went to our schools like Oxford, right? and they study,
Oxford,
and
yeah.
then right. So what am I saying that you didn't just say?
Well,
You just
eventually
said
they
went
got
to-
guns. They got guns, dude. Like we didn't have guns. We weren't using guns to shoot people with them. That's
All right,
basically what it
so
came down.
So what we're using guns for? Shoot at the stars?
We was using them to celebrate. They were like fire sticks.
Okay.
They were called fire
So
sticks.
we
We would use them for celebrations and shit like
I
that.
got you.
We
I got
didn't
you.
go like ha ha
I
ha. We
got you.
could kill people with these motherfuckers.
I got you. So white people went to our schools and learned about guns like we did, but they had the epiphany or that sudden thought to say, you know what, these guns.
You can read about this called the golden age of the Moors.
Hold on.
Get the
hold
book.
on. Hold on. Let me just finish this right here. So you're saying that white people went to our schools, looked at our curriculums, our educational curriculum, found out some loopholes in our studies that we didn't even know, and then ruled us with them.
Yeah.
But they are the intellectual inferior group.
No, they are very opportunist because we were fighting each other, and they would just capitalize off.
This is the average
Basically.
blackologist right here.
They would capitalize
This is how they
on us
think.
fighting amongst each other.
This is the common black.
That's where all these shows like Game of Thrones and shit talking about. They're talking about us fighting each other,
and
then them coming in as the White Walkers.
But they are smart enough
and taking advantage
to go to our school systems, discover what we failed to discover.
They didn't discover anything.
Use the gun better.
If you know that
use
word,
the gun for
if you know
original
civics,
purposes.
you know the word discovery can be used various different ways. Come on, dude. You ever heard of the doctrine of discovery? You know what that is?
Nah, that's probably more pseudo shit.
Huh?
Did David write it?
That's what they use to take over the world. The doctrine of discovery.
So, but they got it from our curriculum though. They got it from our schools.
Well, dude, if they shoot you with some guns, then take your children and tell them they weren't shit but slaves. I mean, after doing that enough times all over the world, you're gonna have a certain
we are the
mindset of
only. So, in other words, black folks are the only species in this universe.
Species?
Yeah, species. We're part of the species family. So, because I'm combining everything: insects, animals, reptiles. I'm birds. Look, hold on. It's
So
my
you
turn
think
now.
humans are different than insects?
Hey, let me get finished for a second. All right, you cut me in.
Bro.
You cut me off. Okay. So he expect me to believe that black people are the only species in this.
All right. Now, it's this thing be moving. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to get a coffee or which is, hot, or soda which is cold, and damn. But anyway, I don't feel like doing either. I don't feel like leaving. So I'm just gonna back this car, park it, and because I had like 2-3 hours sleep last night before I went to play ball today. So I really ain't sleep much. I was like sluggish trying to play basketball. So I said, let me make sure I get some sleep tonight for the gym tomorrow. Because one guy finally was able to get off of me and was talking so much trash today. Sorry ass dude. So anyway, with that being said, thanks, man, peace. So with that being said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave here early so I can come back tomorrow later. All right. So easy. I'll be tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Not about the same time. Yeah, not so late. Well, maybe 7:30. All right. I gotta put this shit back.